Oh my great googly moogly. If Mike and I could get along today, that would be fantastic. Okay, hi, this is Anne. Welcome to or welcome back. I had mic issues again, and anyway, so the shelving project is done. And so I had a little issues that the left support was a quarter of an inch for down too much, and the shelf was completely unlevel. And it's now level enough, and it makes a nice little vignette in the corner there. I do have a possible idea about moving the bed, so those might be plans in the future. But all of the miscellaneous storage boxes logged, and I will tell you what my plans are for it in the future because it doesn't fill all of the box now. And so my hopes for the end of the year, I'm going to share with you. So on the left-hand side, we have the shop box, which once again is perfectly usable clothing that slowly but surely I've decluttered a lot of stuff out of it. It was an entire drawer in my storage cupboards at one point, but I've decluttered a lot out, so it's just this. I have one shirt, t-shirt, 2 pairs of jeans, 6 tank tops, some socks, and a pair of gloves, I want to say. And I might work through those items by the end of this year. And my goal is to just have a replacement pair of jeans because I do work through those pretty often. Like I have to buy a new pair of jeans once probably every 2 years. And I buy quality jeans like 7 and Riders. And they still die like every 2 years. And it's just the Thunder Thighs. These 2 items I did not log, but that's because they're sentimental items. This pile is the Renaissance Fair stuff. This is where we start getting into things that I want to move into different areas. So Renaissance Fair in general I do in the summer. And so I would like to implement this into my summer bin next year. I don't know if there's room in there right now for it, but I might check and move it into there. And then these are Halloween costumes. I actually moved them into these gallon-sized bags because I bought these from the Dollar Tree and I have 2 bags left for my monthly projects to store them. And so I was like, well, why don't I just bag stuff up so then it's in a nice tidy little case. So in this bag you can tell I have a 1920s flapper costume. So I have the dress in the bottom, and in the box is the necklace, the earrings, and the hair comb. I have this miscellaneous mask that doesn't go with anything, but I just can't get rid of it. And then down here is my pirate buccaneer costume. I fit the shirt, the vest, this sash, the necklace, and the earrings in the bag, and then the sword holder, which is called a frog, and the mini tricorn is just going to have to go separate. But the goal for this is for it to go into my fall bin. So I'm going to see if it'll fit in there. So then this won't have to be in storage either. Like it'll be with the fall stuff because that's the season it gets used in. So then the only thing that's going to be in storage is this little pile. So that's a big bin. Like I'm 5'6", and it reaches like halfway up my leg. So I might look around and try to find something else to put in there. Like maybe some of my dog stuff could go in there. I'm not sure right now. But right now it might just have to be a mostly empty bin. It's one of the beauty of getting rid of so much stuff, but I will say, and this isn't meant to discredit, and even though I know saying but does discredit what you said before, but I really do like these bins. They're nice quality bins. And if I can find something to store in it, if that's a need, I don't want to get rid of it. So that is my point. So yeah, I don't know if I have any such thing. We're going to see. So that's that. I might even put like home goods and put it on the top of the shelf or something. I don't know. Because I do have some home goods in these bins that I don't want to keep out. So maybe I will. Let me pull these out so you can see them. So I have this, and I have this, and I have this. So this is a bin of all the lights that I used to store at my old room, my last 1, 2. So when I lived at my sister's house, I had these up. When I lived at the apartment, I had these up. And then I had a setup like this at my first apartment. But yeah, I kept a set of lights to possibly do that here. I don't know if I want to. I think the lighting's fine now because I switched out the bulbs. And then here I just have spare shears. So I've used these in the past. I really like them. I got rid of so many home goods stuff and I wanted them to just fit in these 2 bins. And so that's that. And then that last bag that's underneath there is for my out of season linens. And right now my summer, spring linens, so like my warmer weather linens, are going to be washed. And then I need to find room for them in the storage closet. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to put these in the bin, and it'll just be a storage bin now. Less clothes, maybe just more storage. So then that can go here. And yes, I do like the Reggies brands, but I don't know if I'm going to need them in the future because I'm looking at possibly buying. Okay, that was a bad idea. I'm looking at possibly buying a different rug. Okay, and then let me grab my shop box. Okay, so my orchid pack needs to just go in the front. I think maybe it can go there. I'm trying to figure out the best way to fit this bin, and ooh, it will fit that way. I was really hoping it would. Alright, so I'm gonna stuff it in that corner. Put the orchid pack in that back corner. Put this packing cube somewhat straight on the floor. The Ruggies there. And then the clothes go in the front. And then the sentimental stuff is going to go on top of the lights. So, more full. And then that's going to get incorporated into summer. And this will hopefully fit in fall. I did just realize this pair of shoes still needs to be logged. And I think there's a pair of shoes in the summer bin. That's the summer bin and that's the winter bin. I think there's a pair of shoes in the summer bin that still needs to be logged to have a clear log of items. And I don't know if I logged those winter boots yet. So I'm trying to have a full log of all my items so then I know how much I really have. But what I'm going to do with the rest of my night now, after I figured out what to do with that bin, is this bin, unfortunately, because it has clothes in it, still has to go in that storage closet. but I want to empty this out and start working on it. A lot of it is memorabilia. Besides, this is a crafty project. This is a project. This is a project. This is stuff that just needs to get put away. Project. This needs to be repurchased because it broke somehow. It's actually a support for my bed. And then this is my monthly project. And, but this pile I'm going to put on the bed, just sit on the bed and work through it. No camera, no nothing, because I have a feeling a lot of it is personal. And I just need the space to just be. So with that said, I'm going to work on that. And oh my gosh, I just realized I emptied this box, had all of my costumes in it. And since I put them in the bags, I don't need this box anymore. That's fun. So I'll put it in the burn pile. Which this entire burn pile is going to leave tomorrow. I need to clean up this back door before I go to bed, actually, because this back door is going to get access tomorrow. So, then I just realized that when I was going through that shop bag yesterday, honestly, I will be completely and utterly honest, some of what was in there and what I didn't video but I talked about, which I'll have to do voiceover for, that wasn't complicated, is that there was some underwear, like a lot of underwear in the shop box, and I was at the point where I knew I needed to replace some of what I had, so I did. I got rid of some stuff. I got rid of some stuff that was in the shop box, and now that is why there is no underwear in the shop box. And it's what's in that drawer is what I have, which is a fantastic feeling. That's what I want. I need to talk about that in a future video, is what I want and the feeling that I'm chasing, and when I know that I'll get to the right space, because right now it seems like I'm in this never-ending loop of decluttering, but I promise you, like, as much as it seems never-ending, I think I'm going to put this little foot rug in there too because it's highly sentimental. But as much as it seems never-ending, like, I have a point in my brain when I know that I'll be done. And it's when it feels right. It's when the limits, like the things fit the limit. So like I talked about, like all of these things fitting into that size bin. So like all of the winter things, not including the coat. Like I have 2 winter coats, so that makes sense to be in a coat closet. I don't try to fit my coats in my seasonal bin, but everything else I'd like to fit in the winter bin. Same for spring, fall, and summer. Like I'd like for all my spring, fall items. Sorry, I did that. No, I did that. For all my summer items, I'd like to include the Renfrew stuff. For my fall items, I'd like to include the costumes. And like all of the clothing items associated with it. And like all of the other things I capsule out. Like all of the capsule items I would like to fit in the bins. So like I capsule out my jewelry. I capsule out my makeup. I capsule out my clothes, my shoes. Like all of that I'd like to fit. I don't currently capsule out anything else. If I chose to do that in the future, that would be a path for the future. I can't, at this point in my life, I can't imagine including anything else in the capsule unless it was purely seasonal, like the Renfrew and the costumes. So I'm going to put those in their areas, and then we'll get to me explaining my monthly projects. Okay. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Bye.